Hello, hello everyone, and welcome back to NieR Replicant. So we are going to head over to the Lost Shrine because Yonah got it in her head that she could find a Lunar Tear. As you know, she is extremely sick.
What's that?
So the idea of her going out into the outside world is extremely dangerous.
I can't believe this. She really went to the Lost Shrine.
It's alright, we'll get her back. I'm gonna learn to make awesome food. Yeah, Yonah's food terrifies me. Oh gosh, these themes, dude. Ugh. Alright, so we've reached our limit for medicinal herbs, which is fine. Man. Gosh. Lichen. Another thing that people didn't really seem to like about Replicant was how small the map is. Because this leads to the eastern gate, this way leads to the desert, which we can't get to yet, and then the other direction up this way is where the Lost Shrine is. And then from the plains, we can get to the Eyrie, and we can get to the forest. And then from the other gate, we can get to the seaside city. I thought I came at the side, but jeez. But we can get to the seaside city, and then we can get to the mansion. But really, that's all there is outside of a few little other places. I mean, there's the... Oh gosh, there's the junkyard that we can get to, and that's in the plains too, is we can get to the junkyard,
Look at this rock slide. There's no way Yonah could have made it past here. Maybe she found some other way in.
He says there's a ladder right there, like, and stairs. Maybe there's some other way. There's also the junkyard, and there's some dungeons, and obviously there's, like, the final areas, too. But ultimately, like, the map is pretty contained. It is pretty small, all things considered, but the story and stuff, it doesn't lose anything by being so small. Yeah, look at this. So all of those are skyscrapers. I'm sure you saw them already, but... But yeah, those are the remnants of skyscrapers. Yeah, look at that. Crazy, isn't it? And it's called the Lost Shrine. And that, to me, makes it even more eerie. Considering that this was probably just, like, a regular building once upon a time. And then over time, it became known as a shrine. Alright, don't need that. Alright, and that leads back to the rock slide, so we're not gonna go that way. I love the way it zooms out when you're running there. Like, it's so good. So good. This music is really intimidating, but gosh, is it good. You're gonna hear me say how good the music is like 8,000 times, so just prepare yourself, alright? And like I said, I have to try and keep myself from humming. because I will hum to every single one of these. I would literally just work in the middle of the night and just, like, listen to this soundtrack on repeat. No shame. Now, all of the lyrics, some of them you might be like, oh my gosh, you know, what is this language? Sometimes it's understandable, and most of the time the songs are in what's called chaos language. Chaos language is the language, it's essentially a language where all languages became one language. So they took every language in the world, mixed them all together, and that became chaos language. Because humanity was no longer, separated in the way that they used to be by countries and stuff. I know we eventually get a new weapon in here, but I think it's higher up, though. Regardless. I know that there's other items in here as well, so... Here.
I'm coming, Yonah.
Bronze key. We can't go this way, because there's an invisible wall. I've always looked at these walls, like, wondering if there was, like, some reliefs on them, but there's really not. I think it's kind of like a missed opportunity in a way. But I understand it's been, like, thousands of years.
Oh no. There are shades here, too? She'll never make it out of here.
Now, there are puzzles in this game. So that's something to keep in mind, are the puzzles. Most of the puzzles are pretty simple. They're pretty easy to figure out, all things considered. And I can appreciate that. There we go. Leather boots. Now, why would a shadow have to have boots? Or why would it have boots? Maybe it took the boots from a person. Let's see. Items. We can go ahead and use one medicinal herb and pick up another one. You're not punished for using items. I know that sometimes there are some games that essentially punish you for using items. Because there's like an end screen where it's like, this is how many times you used items. This game's not like that, so you use your items, okay? It's a relatively difficult game. I'm playing on normal mode for anybody that's like curious. There are different difficulty modes to this game. I'm part of the NieR subreddit, and the thing is there's people that have said like certain parts are super difficult for them. If for some reason this game is too hard for you, you can always put it on an easier mode for yourself. Do I think you're cheating yourself? Not, I'd say not necessarily, because it is story-based more than it is, like, experience-based. Like, but I do feel like you should be able to teach yourself how to, I guess, read the enemies and kind of play better. But I know for some people, maybe that's just not something that they want to do. To me, games are a learning experience, so if you're not able to get something right away, then, you know, sometimes maybe you need that little bit of extra experience, or take that little bit of extra time to learn enemy movements. Because here's the thing, every enemy has a tell, you know, with its swings, with things that it's going to do. so it's not impossible to, you know, learn when to move out of the way for these kind of enemies. And it's not like this game's like Souls-like hard, you know? No, I need to go up that staircase first. This game does have multiple different views, like, that is to say, it has multiple different angles in which you will play the game in. The most notable being the swap from, you know, third person to suddenly being top down. But you'll do top down, side scrolling, and third person, so general, like, typical third person. There is no first-person view. No, you cannot change your top-down to third-person POV. Same with the 2D scrolling. You can't change that either. So the camera angles are not really something that you can control outside of when it's in normal, the normal third-person mode. And for some people, that's very unattractive. I don't mind it though. There's our new weapon. One-handed sword, Nirvana dagger. So, when it comes to weapons, obviously each one has stats. So our one-handed sword right now has attack power of 100. Its weight is light. This one has an attack power of 106, but it's a moderate weight, which means we will swing it a little bit slower, and you can tell the difference. Like, you can feel the difference in the swings. So pay attention, like, not all one-handed swords are the same, and obviously this one doesn't have the same sort of range. So we have to pay attention to that. Now shades, if you get them into the light, they will kind of take themselves out, to an extent. There we go, nice counter attack. But yeah, shades can take themselves out by being in the light. It weakens them considerably. So that is something to keep in mind. Stopped clock. I'm getting some good items here, not even gonna lie. But yeah, so you really have to keep that in mind when it comes to your characters. You have to remember that, you know, just because it's a one-handed sword or a two-handed sword or whatever you end up picking up, it doesn't mean that it's going to be better, because it might go from a lightweight to a heavyweight. Its range might be shorter, given the design of the weapon itself. So that's something to consider as well. There we go. Ooh, defense drop. Nice, nice. You'll notice that I literally will pick up a medicinal herb, or I'll use a medicinal herb just to pick up a medicinal herb. It's more of an OCD thing. I just don't like leaving items laying around sometimes if I can help it. There you go. Thick dictionary. The little guys generally aren't as bad because they're weaker, but they are more squirrely, so, like, they can get the jump on you. They like to sneak up behind you and then, like, do huge lunging, like, leaps and stuff. It sucks I really can't do anything with beating these guys right now. Ugh, but this section is long. And honestly, for as small as the map is, the sections are so varied that it doesn't even matter. The sections do not feel the same. And I think that's what I appreciate most.
Looks like you can get outside from here.
Now, I know I'm supposed to go through that door, but there is this door. I remember there being a really shitty item at the end, but I'm just gonna go look anyways. Besides, we'll run into more enemies, and that's just more experience for me, you know? Okay. Oh, so there was actually nothing this time. Huh. Usually there's just like a medicinal herb, but at the same time, I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go look. I can't help it. That section's there. I'm gonna go take a look, take a gander, you know? Alright. I had to remember how to do the dash. Because it'll be like, you can double jump. Yeah, I'm aware. But there's also a dash you can do, like a small little leap forward in midair. And that'll be necessary later in the junkyard. It is really crazy thinking of Yonah getting through here, except for the fact that the shades, well, I'm not gonna give that away, but anyways, like, I know it seems impossible for Yonah to have gotten up here, but yeah, she probably would have been fine. Her only worry is, like, maybe falling through the, like, really crappy, infrastructure. Like that. How do I have to do this again? Here's a bathtub. Alright, so it's not through here. I didn't see the box that I have to drag, so, like, where is it? Did I just miss it entirely? To go the wrong way. Because I don't think we can drag boxes right now. Oh, I guess we can. But it wasn't... Oh, because we're not supposed to go that way yet, I guess. Man, there's really nothing in here. Alright. Watch, we'll probably get a tutorial later saying, this is how you grab blocks. And it's like, but I already did that.
Ladder's broken. I could probably get up there if I had something to stand on.
Crazy. Yeah, there's the box. It's like, you can move boxes. I'm already doing it. Leave me alone. Alright, that should be good. Medicinal herb. This place is a bit of a puzzle. I remember at first, like when I first played this game, I wandered around in here quite a bit. And I kept thinking I was gonna miss something, but there's really not too much to miss. Mostly I just kept running into empty rooms like this. It is nice to look around though. Like I said, I was always looking to see if maybe there were like some reliefs or something. But really, there's not. And there is a save point here. Now, save points do restore your health and stuff, so I would say keep that in mind. Maybe we'll go ahead and save. I don't really have a history of this game crashing. I don't really have, like, a huge history of this game, like, having any bugs or anything. But, at the same time, I just never want to risk it. But yeah, I don't think this game has ever froze on me or anything.
Yonah!
And there she is.
What is it with these things?
somebody in the comments probably screaming, use your lock-on mode, you wouldn't have to turn your camera so much. I don't like the lock-on mode. I only use it for flying enemies half the time.
I don't have time for this. I have to save Yonah.
Yeah, I know.
Give her back. Get out of my way! Give my sister back!
There we go. Plop. I love those guys, actually. It's the boy!
For the love of all that is holy, would you please stop pounding me?
Then move! Yonah!
By the heavens, I have never been treated in such a manner. I am a being of incalculable importance, and yet you approach me as a common cockroach.
Yonah, say something! Yonah! Yonah!
This is why I loathe dealing with people. Now see here, I admire your pluck. One young man going it alone against impossible odds.
Come on, Yonah!
But such a plan, incredibly foolish. You stand in the presence of ancient wisdom. I am a text of the darkest, most arcane type, and I could be of great assistance to you.
You're a what?
Indeed, I could swat these mindless creatures like mere flies were I so inclined. I am Grimoire Weiss. My very name brings kingdoms to their knees. I will grant you one final chance. Bow your head and accept my power, or go it alone and fail.
Alright, now that he's done talking. Yeah. The mysterious book has joined you.
There. So how do we save Yonah?
Once I destroy these shades, the magic barrier preventing your passage should simply disappear.
You can really do that?
I am Grimoire Weiss. My very name brings kingdoms to their knees.
Then do it already, Weiss!
You will refer to me by my full and proper name.
Just keep coming!
You should not have turned your blades on me, foul creatures. With a single word, I, Grimoire Weiss, shatter the very universe itself. Now, prepare to...
Oh dear?
It seems that the frantic bludgeoning you gave me earlier has caused my memory to escape me.
Are you for real? You are not nearly as helpful as you claim to be.
There we go. Obtain Dark Blast Magic.
Did you just suck the blood out of those things?
Blood is souls are words, and words are power.
Okay.
Is this a memory?
You alright, Weiss? Hang in there.
It would seem I can regain my powers by defeating these monsters.
Is this magic?
Magic indeed. This is the true power of Grimoire Weiss.
Hold on, Yonah. I'm coming. Is that all of them?
Boss time! Heck yeah.
It seems our task is going to be more difficult than I first envisioned. Stay calm. The man who keeps his head in a fight is the one who emerges victorious. It's a defensive barrier.
That sounds bad.
Enemies with such barriers are impervious to both weapons and magic.
Like I said, bad.
That said, the enemy cannot move so long as the barrier is in place. Focus your attacks on the other.
I block or whatever.
They changed again?
Read their attack patterns.
Oh, I guess I can block that one. Oh no, I don't want that. I want freaking... Well, not that. Give me my items.
Now, put it out of its misery. Look how these foolish creatures charge heedlessly into battle. Still, dealing with both of them at once may prove...
Ooh! Yeah, be careful there, buddy. Obtain Dark Lance magic.
Learn the pattern.
Learn the pattern.
Too many shots, then finish it off.
I've got my hands full just dodging.
Chance, attack with all your might.
Now there are achievements for beating the bosses faster, but since this is just the beginning, usually you're not going to get that sort of score. In the various other like endings, I guess you can get it, but woo, right in the eyeball. Yeah, so satisfying. Alright, killed your brother.
They are not but a horde of faceless minions. Swat them aside.
Now we do have to take out the shades first before we can get to the boss. So that is something that is essential. Alright, so... Magic abilities...
Focus on the small ones first.
I already did. I keep forgetting. There's a way to get to the there is a way to get to the healing stuff easier, but I forget what it is.
One to go. Keep your guard up.
There we go.
That statue does not look happy.
Anger is but a form of negative energy. Nothing to fear.
There we go. Alright, we did it.
Yonah!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I just wanted to help.
I'm the one who's sorry. You must have been scared out of your mind. Are you okay?
Perhaps we'd best depart, hmm?
The shrine's about to collapse. Come on, Yonah, let's go!
I will say I'm glad that there wasn't like some timed like let's get out of the temple moment. I was really worried for that, but I really despise sections like that because I have anxiety. They're so cute. He's the best big brother anybody could ask for, you know?
You're faster than I thought.
I tried. I really did. But I couldn't find a Lunar Tear. And I'm so sorry. I just wanted to make you rich. And get rid of this disease. I'm sorry.
Don't worry about... Yonah? What's going on?
Today Pablo sent me a new book. Okay, it's about the big tree.
She has the black scroll.
Yeah.
When did this happen?
The weird coughing started about a month or so ago.
The disease curses the afflicted with strange runic symbols that gradually spread over the entire body. And I fear it is fatal.
Yeah, I know. Oh, Yonah.
Come, it's best to let her sleep.
It's so sad. Now notice he said that it started a month ago, and yet Yonah was sick before in the beginning, so...
This is so unfair.
It is, Guy. I'm so sorry.
Yonah hasn't done anything. Why do terrible things keep happening to us?
I would gladly help the lass had I the means to do so.
It's alright, buddy.
She's just a little kid. She doesn't deserve this.
That is true. Let's go talk to Devila.
Oh, you're back. I was worried about you. I heard you went through the Eastern Gate and... Wait, is that a book?
Yeah, it's...
Now see here. I am Grimoire Weiss, and you will treat me with the proper respect.
Wait, you're Grimoire Weiss? Oh, that is so cool.
Hold on, what? You know him?
Of course. He's the white book I was just singing about.
He's in your song?
Yeah, the Song of the Ancients. It's an old tune that's been passed down through generations of villagers. It's in a forgotten language, so I doubt you could make much sense out of it.
Do you know what it means?
Well, it's not like I studied it or anything, but I can tell you bits and pieces. There's this terrible black book that shows up and starts spreading disease all over the place. But then this white book appears and saves the world and everyone's happy. You know how it goes. What is it?
It's nothing. So how exactly does this white book save the world?
It's just a song, yeah? I don't really know the details.
Oh.
Aw, don't be sad. Look, why don't you go ask Popola? She's got a big brain, maybe she knows something.
That's a good idea. Thanks.
just like that. Popola's got a big brain. Ask her. It's like,
A
bro.
white book, a black book, and disease.
Is something the matter?
No, I was just thinking.
And it's like, aren't you guys twins, you know? So are you saying you're the dumber twin? Did you say anything different?
Anyway, we should...
Alright, I get it. You want me to talk to Popola. The dude has interesting things to say, so I want to hear him say it.
I heard about Yonah. I don't know what to say. I'm so sorry.
Well, maybe you can help. What do you know about the song that Devilo was singing?
Wait, is that Grimoire Weiss?
You know Weiss?
Finally, someone who appreciates quality when they see it.
Yes, well, the Song of the Ancients. Let's see. When the great black book, Grimoire Noir, brings calamity upon the world, the white book, Grimoire Weiss, will appear with his sealed verses. He will then use them to vanquish Grimoire Noir and purge the calamity he wrought. Or so the legend goes.
What's a sealed verse?
No such records remain, so I can't say for sure. But they seem to resemble some form of magic.
Magic. That's it!
What is?
So, the song says Grimoire Weiss purchased the world of this calamity, right? And he does so using these sealed verses.
Oh, and you believe the matter I infused in the shrine is one of these sealed verses?
Exactly, Weiss! With your power, we can cure Yonah!
Guys, don't get too excited. This is just some old legend.
Hey, Weiss was just some old legend yesterday, but here he is. And if he's real, the rest of it must be too. He can cure the Black Scrawl. I know he can.
Do we know anything regarding the whereabouts of this Grimoire Noir?
Sorry, but there's nothing about that in any of the records. All I can say for sure is that there are a number of sealed verses out there.
Also, it appears the shades you fight and these verses are intrinsically linked.
Then we'll go kill every shade we can find.
No, that's far too dangerous.
What an absurdly reckless plan.
So I should just sit around and do nothing while Yonah suffers? I don't think so.
But, well, it's clear I won't be able to talk you out of this, so... I've heard the Shades are gathering near a village called the Eyrie. It's past the bridge on the northern plains. They should be done with the repairs by now. I marked it on your map for you. Maybe you could find one of the sealed verses there. Once you arrive, be sure to speak to the village chief. He lives in the house up on the highest point in the Eyrie.
Got it.
The Eyrie is one of the banes of my existence.
And be careful.
The Eyrie is one of the banes of my existence because there is a very specific item that is there. It is called the Eagle's Egg. And the Eagle's Egg is a random spawn, and you need a good number of them in order to upgrade your weapons and stuff.
Hey there. You mind giving me a hand with this?
Sure.
Sure. What's up?
Popola asked me to organize her bookshelves, but it's kind of a big job. I'm hoping you can take care of a few of them. Here. This book goes in the second shelf from the left, on the east side of the second floor.
I don't know what the east side is, but I assume it's over here?
Here's this. The first book is...
Thank you. Now take this book to the third shelf from the right, on the south side of the first floor.
Hey, Weiss?
Yes, lad.
Aren't you all powerful? Can't you just, you know, use magic to zap this place into shape?
The infinite power of Grimoire Weiss is not to be used for such trivial tasks.
This isn't trivial.
You are the one so enamored with hard, honest work.
You're so enamored with hard, honest work. Oh man. I love the banter of these two, and that's the thing, like, the banter between Papa NieR and Weiss everybody thought was funnier, but I honestly don't think it's as funny. I think it's weird for an adult to be speaking the way Papa NieR does sometimes.
The second book is back where it belongs.
Oh wow. That's a huge load off my mind. It's always nice to meet someone else who appreciates the value of a good book, you know? Anyway, here's your reward.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, some people think that the dialogue is a lot better between Papa NieR and the characters. To me, it almost sounds like it's infantilized. The boy who's always running around outside gave me a super pretty flower today. I wonder if Popola knows what it's called. Some villagers will ask you to perform jobs for them, to view any requests, press select, open menu, blah 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 blah. Or I mean, press start.
I must say, that Song of the Ancients is a rather catchy number.
It is, it's really pretty.
I can see why the bards kept it alive through the eons.
Yeah, it's a real toe tapper. Wait, do you even have toes?
That's a dumb question. Of course he doesn't have toes. You can see he doesn't have toes. But that's the thing, like, I mean, so a young boy saying, do you even have toes? It's kind of cute, right? Because it's a kid, you know? Papa NieR will also be like, do you have toes? And it's like, bruh, you can see he doesn't have toes. You know, so it just sounds like Papa NieR's a really dumb adult whenever he says some of these lines, because they didn't change a lot of the lines. So...
Hey, come on! Let's play!
Sorry, I've got work to do. Maybe next time.
Stop working and play with me for once. There's no better sight than children in high spirits. It makes me feel young just looking at them.
If we turn this entire plaza into a field, we could probably improve our food supply situation. Well, easier said than done, though.
that is true. I mean, you do have a lady that sells seeds and stuff. Alright, what you got?
Oh, thank the gods you're here. We've got trouble.
What kind of trouble?
There's a wild boar in the northern plains who started attacking villagers. The victims all made it back, but who knows if we'll be so lucky next time.
So you want me to go take care of it?
Yes, and we'll be sure to pay you well.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, and a word of advice. Once you kill it, make sure you take a boar tusk. Let's just say it'll come in handy.
Okay, what you got?
Hey there. Is something wrong? You don't look too happy.
Yeah, I'm in a bit of a pickle. Listen, you know about the chickens we keep in the village, right? Lately, their eggs have been disappearing. At first, I thought it was a thief, but now I think the hens are just hiding them. I guess I can't blame them, but the village really needs those eggs. I need you to find the hiding spots and bring me an egg. That work for you?
These chickens sound pretty smart.
Yeah, they're clever little buggers. Anyway, just ask around. I bet someone in town will have an idea where to look.
Alright, and what do you got?
Oh, hello. What perfect timing. Can I ask you to go buy something for me?
Sure, what's up?
Sure. What do you need?
I need 3 tulip bulbs. They only sell them in Seafriend, so it'll be a bit of a hike.
Do you often get asked to handle such inane shopping trips?
I don't think these trips are inane. Yonah and I survive on the wages I earn from these jobs. Everyone has it tough around here, but they still manage to give me work. Honestly, I'm grateful for it.
I see. Well then, keep up the good work.
I will.
You're looking for chicken eggs? I saw one hidden in the shadows one.
That really doesn't narrow it down. There are shadows everywhere.
That's alright, I already know where the chicken egg is, so I'm not really worried about it. But yeah, Brother NieR has a really tragic backstory, and the thing is a lot of it is hidden. So NieR lore, if you've never looked it up, you're in for a treat. But NieR lore is crazy in that it is spread all over the place, and I'm not just talking, you know, in the game. I mean that you have to buy guidebooks with special stories, you'd have to listen to drama CDs, you can find lore in other games for this game, so there's a lot that goes on. So Brother NieR has a very tragic backstory in that him and Yonah, it's not that the villagers just take care of them out of, like, you know, I guess just because they like them at first. So Brother NieR, in his younger days, he had to do some pretty horrible things in order to make ends meet and in order to protect his sister. And unfortunately, one of those things that he had to do to make money, one of those things he had to do to make money is the reason why he keeps his hair tied up.
Look at that. No wonder they've been so hard to find.
So, Brother NieR, unfortunately, used to prostitute for older men. And you can find the story about this in Grimoire NieR, which they recently, as of like a few years ago, they translated it into English, and they sold it on the Square Enix shop. But it used to be that Grimoire NieR was only in Japanese, and we were grateful enough that there were people that translated it so you could read it online. There could be some discrepancies, obviously, since these are just fans that are doing the translations, and it's hard to say whether or not the English version is as accurate or if it was changed from what was in the original Japanese version. But yeah, Brother NieR, when he was younger, he would prostitute himself out to older gentlemen in order to make money to take care of Yonah. And the older gentleman had a bad habit of pulling on his hair. I think he actually ended up killing one of the gentlemen that he was servicing, but I don't remember. All I know is that since then, he has stopped doing that, and he ties up his hair to protect it out of habit.
Hey, I found an egg.
Oh, that's great.
It was behind the broken wall by the fountain. I guess they like hiding them in shadowy, out-of-the-way places.
Well, that's the first place I'll look next time. Here's your payment. Thanks again.
Health salve. So yeah, it's really unfortunate. It's very sad. And that's the thing about NieR, is that there's a lot of tragic stories. How much gold do we have? We have 2,000. Okay.
Welcome.
Buy. So we need. How much mutton do I have? I have 27. Okay.
Thanks for.
So I can sell it to this lady, I think, over here, and she'll give me some money. I think she'll buy for 10.
Black squalls in our village now.
Some of the gate, they
No, I want to talk to her, not you.
You're a sight for sore eyes. Could I ask you to handle some work for me?
Sure.
Yeah.
What's up?
My children want to eat mutton every night, and I keep running out. And I certainly don't have time to hunt a bunch of sheep. Look, if you can get me 10 pieces of mutton, I'll pay you higher than market value.
Sounds great.
How dare you?
Here's your mutton, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. I swear these children of mine just love their mutton. If you ever find any more, I'll be happy to buy it.
This is a good way to make money.
Here's your mutton, ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
So we earned 3,000 gold just from that. So selling mutton is a really good way to make money.
Black squalls in our village.
And now we can buy one of the swords over here.
Welcome.
The Lily Leaf Sword.
Thanks for your
support. Alright, so we are going to go to weapons. And we are going to go to the Lily Leaf Sword. Ooh, look at that. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Now there should be more quests in here as well. Yep.
Hey, you got a moment? Because I've got some work for you.
If it's paid work, I'm all ears.
Fair enough. Listen, my grandmother is running low on medicine, and I need you to gather some ingredients. I need 3 medicinal herbs, 3 berries, and 3 royal ferns. You may have to leave the village to find some of it, though, so I hope it's not too much of a bother.
The royal ferns we can find out in the plains, so I'm not too worried about it.
No problem.
Whoa, wait. You're actually going to go find the sealed verses?
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
But that's crazy town. Do you have any idea how hard that's gonna be?
Doesn't matter. I'd do anything for Yonah.
Hey there. Wanna let a girl buy you a drink?
I'm not old enough to drink, Devila. Also, isn't it morning?
When the sun never sets, what difference does it make? Ah, never mind. You'll understand when you get older. I do love this tavern, though. It's the nerve center of the whole village. Folks come here to relax, or swap stories, or even look for work. Come back whenever you have a free minute. Come back whenever you...
Alright, I am going to... I'll do some of the other quests and then I'll come back.
Is there really nothing that can cure the Black Scrawl?
No medicine in the works of man can hope to stand against it.
There has to be something out there.
Perhaps a drug exists to temporarily ease the pain, but none can truly eradicate the disease. But if the legend is true, then I hold the key to saving your sister.
You're right. We're gonna save Yonah and cure the Black Scrawl.
That's the spirit, lad.
Alright, so there are 2 quests here.
Hey, do you have time to take...
Alright, I am not taking this parcel to the Aerie right now because it is time sensitive.
Hey, can I ask a favor? I'm currently on duty and I need someone to relay a message for me. I ordered some training weapons from the blacksmith's wife, but they still haven't arrived. Can you go to the shopping district and ask her to send them over?
Sure.
Thank you so much. Please give the blacksmith's wife my regards, will you?
That sounds sus. Sounds like you're sleeping with the blacksmith's wife. But yeah, so, one of the reasons that Brother NieR is so grateful for this type of work is because considering what he was doing before and the abuse that he endured, honestly, this type of work is probably, like, the happiest he's been. That's another reason why he's just so dedicated to Yonah. It's because they're literally all each other has.
Hi there. The guard at the northern gate says he ordered some weapons from you. Any idea where they are?
Oh, you know, I did have an order for that, huh? I completely forgot. Thanks for the reminder, dear. Here's a little something for the trouble.
After this little break, I'd better get my shopping done.
But as you heard from Devila, this place, the sun never sets. And this is the same with NieR Automata. The sun never sets. Now this does have a lore purpose. It has a lore purpose and a silly purpose. So in the lore, the moon was like essentially destroyed at some point. So there is no moon. It's not that it was destroyed. It was kind of like blown in half.
Sheep hunting. There really is no task too immodest for you.
Hey, it's harder than it sounds. They're really squirrely and they run away fast.
So smite them with magic.
Aha!
What is it? Shades?
No, you're right. If I use magic, I don't have to get close.
Might I make another suggestion?
What?
Do not yell like a madman every time you come to a realization.
But yeah, the moon wasn't destroyed, but it was kind of just like cut in half or whatever. It broke. The moon broke. And Earth's gravitational pull...
You can save Yonah, Weiss.
Damn it.
Heck, maybe you can save the whole world.
Can I, though? I wonder.
I guess I won't use you for kindling after all.
You really should treat omnipotent magical beings with more respect.
But anyways, as I was getting to, so at some point the Earth broke. I mean, not the Earth. The moon broke, and because the moon broke, there was a whole bunch of other things that happened, and the Earth's gravitational like pull stopped working as well. And so the Earth doesn't really like spin like it used to. And so there's not a day and night cycle. Instead, there is the part of the world that is encompassed in daytime, and there is a part of the world that is constantly in nighttime. That also suggests that there's parts of the world which can have a sort of dusk. So it's silly, in a way. Ooh, nice. Magic word. Yes, I know. I know that if you wanted to read that, it really wasn't anything important. So essentially, as you kill shades, you will discover these magic words. They are not sealed verses, but rather they are a type of upgrade. So what you would do is you'd go to word edit, and you can add words to your magic. Essentially, there's a forward word and an after word. And you can essentially just go to equip best word, and it'll essentially do the job for you of equipping these words. There are words for weapons, there are words for magic, there are words for your hand-to-hand or your melee sort of moves. So there's different ones, and the more shades that you kill, the more likely you are to unlock these words. So... Okay, so I have to press up for my, my shortcut. That was the word I was getting to. But yeah, so NieR's universe, essentially is always in daytime, very much like Automata, where it's always in day. We have yet to see the Kingdom of Night. There have been theories about the Kingdom of Night, and what is held there. You unlock the finishing blow tutorial, I'm not worried about that. But there have been theories about what is in the Kingdom of Night, you know, what it's like, that sort of thing, but we have yet to actually experience that in any sort of game. There's obviously been lore attributed to the Kingdom of Night. We know that characters from Drakengard that have been seen in Drakengard and that have been mentioned in Reincarnation come from the Kingdom of Night. Accord, who is a character, who is in... oh god... She's in Drakengard 3, she's mentioned in Reincarnation, she is mentioned in NieR Replicant, she is also mentioned in NieR Automata. Accord is from the Kingdom of Night. But as for actually seeing it, we've not seen any such thing. Now, the silly reason for this lore is that why animate a day and night cycle when you don't have to animate a day and night cycle? And literally, that was why this exists, okay? It was not because they wanted some, like, ooh, spooky, scary, the Earth is not turning anymore. No, literally, it came down to, if we don't have to animate this, if we don't have to make a day-night cycle, why do we have to make a day-night cycle? You little jerk. Okay. So we are at the point of the game where there are more things that are starting to spawn. More enemies will spawn in certain weathers. There are different weather patterns. You'll see that whenever you enter the plains, there will be days where there's clear skies, there will be days where it's overcast, and obviously you're more likely to run into shades if, old school book. You're more likely to run into shades if it's overcast. Certain enemies only appear during certain weather cycles. So if you want a special enemy that drops a certain item, you might have to wait for that day or for that certain weather pattern to appear. I would have gotten more mutton, but the shades went and killed all the sheep. And now that shades are appearing more regularly, we will have to compete with them if we want more mutton, because they will go out of their way to kill the sheep. Woo! Someone out there I can already hear screaming, "You could have done a finishing blow!" That's not the point. I don't care. I don't care about the finishing blow. I don't know if I want to kill that boar right now, though. I kind of just want to get the royal fern. Killing the boar takes a while. So the boar is like one of the first like huge hurdles you're gonna run into. The boar is tough, dude. Like, boar is really tough. So I think the boar is like level 5. That's the thing. You can't tell what the level of the enemies are, but you'll soon learn that there are certain enemies that are way above your level, even though you can't see them. Your level really, I mean, it does affect your strength and stuff, but ultimately what your level affects more than anything is your health and your magic. Oh, I forgot how you have to like aim this shit. Oh, let me block. Damn it. But yeah, so this is the part in the game where really you want to do the side quests. Here's the thing. There is no side quest that is essentially useless. Most, I would say at least 98% of the side quests have a lore purpose. So if you're one of those people that just likes to rush through the game and not do any of the side quests, not only are you missing out on some really amazing lore, that'll give you like further context to the universe that you're in, but likewise, like, I don't know, like, it's like, what are you really doing? Like, you're missing the opportunity, I guess, to level up really quickly and earn a lot of money too, because this game's gonna require a lot. Because here's the thing: if you don't want to grind for certain materials, you do have the opportunity to buy common materials. If you don't want to go out and find them yourself. I'm one of those people that I don't mind going out and finding them myself, so it's not really that big of a deal to me. But, you know, some items are harder to find than others, especially when you get to the second half of the game. And sometimes you do have to rely on buying them. In that case, I would highly recommend, you know, making sure that you're doing these side quests so that you can get as much stuff as possible. Likewise, if you don't do the side quests and you're not killing the enemies, then you're missing out on magic as well. Like, you're missing out on magical words that can help you out later on. So highly recommend doing the side quests. Highly recommend gathering items where you can. I'm honestly just trying to find royal ferns, but I'm not really finding any. When you run into that sort of dilemma where you're not really finding the things that you want to find, you will have to come back. You'll have to, like, exit the zone, come back out, hope that you can find it, that sort of thing. Because, like I said, a lot of this game is RNG. So if you're not finding what you want right away, you do have to come back out. Because usually there's some items around these boulders, but I'm not really seeing them at this moment. Oh, there's a boar. There we go. Alright, do I want to do this? Now, there is a way to cheese the boar. So don't get me wrong, there's a way to cheese the boar.
Hey, it's a wild boar!
Have you the skill to hunt one of those down?
I don't know.
Eat it.
They look pretty strong.
There we go. Come on.
This is impossible!
No, it's not. So, obviously the boar, when it runs into the rock, it will when it runs into the rock, it'll hurt itself. The only problem is that the boar is very, very tough. We've probably not even made a dent. Cheesing it is obviously the most important part. He got up way too fast. Oh god. Okay. One hit from this boar probably killed me. Like, he didn't get knocked down, so we gotta be careful. If he doesn't knock himself down to the point where he falls, you need to stay on the rock. You need to stay on the rock. I mean, if you want to Dark Souls this shit, you can. I'm not the type, okay? Like, I'm not that good at this sort of thing, so I cheese it every single time. I am not ashamed of that. There we go. Oh, he got up right away. Knocked down a little bit more. People are like, can't you just block it? No, there's certain attacks you can't block. There are certain creatures that are so powerful, there's no way you can block it. And because you can't block it, you're essentially screwed, so... Likewise, there are times where, I'm gonna just do as much micro damage as possible. But, there we go! A boar tusk. That leveled me up all the way to level 5. So, we did it. But yeah, certain enemies are gonna be so powerful, you are not going to be able to block their blows. Don't even try it, it's not worth it. You know, I'm just letting you know right now. So, especially when it comes to the boar, I think the boar was one of my first walls in this game, and it's really funny because I remember watching YouTubers play this game, and it was the same for them. The boar, like, gave them all sorts of trouble. And it's literally because it's made to be that way. It's made to be hard. When it charges, it can turn on a dime. So even if you try to do the whole, like, ole, you know, where you're trying to get out of the way of it and stuff, you're gonna have a heck of a time with it. So, like I said, if you want to play it like Dark Souls where you dodge out of the way, best of luck to you. The dodge system is really not that great when it comes to the boar, because it can turn on a dime. But like I said, if that's the way that you want to play it, I mean, you play this game how you want to, but I played this game enough that I know what works for me and what doesn't work for me, so you're gonna find that I probably don't play the way most people probably would play this game, I guess. Because I find that a lot of people rush this game. They don't try to absorb everything. They don't want to do all the little tasks. Meanwhile, I wanted to do every little task, because there's very few times where it's not gonna lead into some sort of lore. So, like I said, you're just doing yourself a disservice if you don't do the side quests. And a lot of these episodes are gonna be side quests, alright? I'm not gonna treat it like Okami, where I'm gonna do all the side quests, on my own.
You hunted down the boar. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
And it looks like you found a boar tusk, too.
I did.
They say boars become tame around folks who carry one of those. Apparently, they'll even let you ride around on their backs. Sounds like hokum to me. But if you're brave enough, you might as well give it a shot.
Alright, now there is a, there is, like, an achievement for if you ride the boar for, like, a certain amount of time. Let me see, how much items, how many mutton do I have? I have 11. I mean, I'll go ahead and take another 1,500 gold, you know? Here you go.
Here's your mutton.
Oh, thank...
Because I'll just go get more mutton later. But it really is, like, the quickest way to get rich, I guess, right off the bat. So... no, I was about to say, is there another quest? Let's see if Devila... does Devila finally have anything for us? Looks like it. Do I have 3 I don't have 3 royal ferns already. Yeah, I don't have recovery. Raw materials. Yeah, I only have 1 royal fern.
What have we got today? Which job should I give you first?
Herbal remedies.
I think Popal is still suffering from that stupid cold. Can you go check on her for me?
Yeah.
I wrote down the client's location on your map.
I know where Popola is. So we'll go ahead and do this one. She might just need 3 medicinal herbs or something. If she needs something else. Actually, I want to see what you have.
Make sure you stuck.
Yep, bye. Do you have royal ferns? No? Okay, whatever.
Come back.
Come back anytime. Yup. But yeah, in the original NieR, like, oh man, it was so bright. It's so blinding. I might have to. It really sucks that they don't sell it on Steam. I'm actually pretty upset that they don't, because I would replay it. I might try and buy it on my Xbox app, like on my computer, and then I might play that at some point. Once I'm done with this and once I'm done with Automata, if there's a demand for it, and if I can even get it to work. Otherwise, I might have to do capture for it.
These books.
Oh, same thing. I think we have to wait until the second half of the game whenever he mentions the thing I want him to mention, so... Hey, you got a cold?
Ah, good. Just the man I needed. Could you gather 2 medicinal herbs from the northern plains for me? I've been exhausted lately, and I need a boost.
Yep.
They usually grow in patches of grass or by the bases of trees. I don't think they'll be too hard to find.
Well,
2
no, I already
medicinal
have them.
herbs. You got it.
Here you go.
Thanks for securing those herbs for me. I must be getting old if I need this stuff.
Alright. 500 gold in the bag. I think we need 16,800 for Beastbane. Not that I don't really think I'll use Beastbane, but, you know, you never know. That, and I don't know if we can go to Seafront yet. I'll have to see if we can, because if we can, that'll open up a whole lot more for us, but I really don't think we're supposed to go there yet. But yeah, so. Alrighty, so that's where I'm gonna end it. But anyways, leave a like on the series if you like it and if you want to see more. Like I said before, if you have any questions about the lore of NieR, if you just want to have a discussion about it, go ahead and leave those in the comment section down below. I do ask that if you're going to give anything that is spoilers, that you do leave a spoiler tag for people that may not know the series or may not have experienced it before. Likewise, in my replies, I will try and add a spoiler tag when I remember, just so that people can skip over those comments if they want to. Anyways, thank you guys so much. It's just so exciting to be back in this series again. But yeah, just thank you guys so much for your continued support. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Alright. Ciao, you guys.